Recently, the first song, Besharam Rang, from one of the most anticipated films of 2023, Pathan, was released. The song features Deepika Padukone and has raised hackles in Madhya Pradesh. The song is being called vulgar, obscene and even anti-Hindu because Deepika in the film is seen wearing saffron-coloured bikini dress. The Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Narottam Mishra, fumed over the use of saffron costumes, threatening to ban Pathan in the state if those shots are not replaced. The Congress has called this an act of super censorship.
देखो, मैंने उसके पहले 2 बार आपत्ति उठाई थी तो उन्होंने उसमें सुधार कर लिया। हम किसी के विरोधी नहीं है, हम चाहते हैं कि उसका नाम ही आपने इस तरह का दे दिया, बेशर्म रंग। फिर रंग जो पहनाए गए हैं वो देखिए, पिक्चर का नाम देखिए और उसके जो दृश्य हैं, फिल्मांकन है, वो अश्लीलता से जो आया है अभी मेरे पास। इसलिए मैंने पहले आग्रह किया है, नहीं मानते हैं तो विचार करें।
शिवराज सिंह चौहान जी है, मध्य प्रदेश में फिल्म सिटी विकसित करना चाहते हैं और भोपाल को उसका केंद्र बनाना चाहते हैं। तो या तो जो है वो नाम प्रपोज कर दें नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी का सेंसर बोर्ड में, ताकि जो फिल्में हैं वो उनकी नज़र से गुजरे और निर्बाध रूप से मध्य प्रदेश में उनका व्यापार हो सके, बिजनेस हो सके।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Sriraj Raya, national spokesperson of the VHP, Rahul Ishwar, activist, Advaita Kala, author, Sara Shah Halim, writer and activist, Kasturi Shankar, actor. You know, the thing is, Sriraj Nair, very often we become what we are opposing. In the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, you oppose any kind of, you know, जिसको रूढ़िवादी मेंटालिटी हम कहते हैं, and then you espouse that same kind of रूढ़िवादी mentality on the right. Why?
Well, Madam Padmaja, VHP was formed here in Mumbai, and we have never interfered in the creative arena of whether it is films or advertisement or any creative format. Now here, now the filmmakers should understand, gone are the days where they try to create a controversy and they think that the film can be a hit. Now, we fully agree with the Honorable Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh. The kind of, you might have seen the way the film has been shot and the way saffron costumes were used in bikinis.
But sir, she has worn all colors of bikinis. She has worn multicolored bikinis. Then people who are homosexual, because it's a rainbow flag is supposed to be for gay pride, they will start feeling offended that why do you have multicolored bikini? There is a white bikini. Then people who are for peace will feel offended. I mean, there is a limit to which we can get offended. We are perpetually in a state of offense.
Even the way it has... No, absolutely not. See, Madam Padmaja had the question of we being objecting to any. We have not done that. This kind of films, this is definitely being shown, and we know the kind of background Deepika has. She encouraged Tukde gang. And
with the greatest of respect, okay, I greatly doubt, with the greatest of respect, I greatly doubt that Deepika Padukone sat with her designers and said that I want specifically one saffron bikini because I am with the Tukde gang. I mean, you know, the thing is that these things are then picked up.
That is also possible.
Okay, all right, Kasturi Shankar, maybe possible.
Let us not write it off.
Oh, God, please.
Let us not write it off.
Okay, Kasturi Shankar.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I think this is really a question of paranoia squared, paranoia cubed. I think people are looking at Deepika Padukone with jaundiced eyes. You know, if you're a persona non grata, whatever you do will be under a magnifying glass. And if you were Kangana instead of Deepika, whatever she does would be taken in the right spirit. And I mean, pun intended, right spirit. I watched the song yesterday. It was a hot, sizzling, very well-made song. It started with a yellow swimsuit, then it went on to a very beautiful gold bikini. Sir, excuse me. I remember the gold bikini most of all because you could see Deepika's side boobs. I thought that would be the big controversy about the level of exposure that a Bollywood song is actually, it's a pretty hot song even by hot standards. But now it's the saffron that is a problem. So I think I have a suggestion. Because if you wear saffron, then BJP people will be very annoyed. Then if you wear green, then, we are insulting Islam. If you wear white, that is the color of Christian monks and nuns, so they will be outraged. So if you wear rainbow, as you said, Padmaja, then the LGBTQ will be offended. So best thing is, from next movie, Deepika Padukone should do songs without clothes. Ranbir Singh ne already kiya hai. She should also do it without clothes, so nobody can accuse her of using clothes for dirty propaganda.
Rahul Ishwar, while Kasturi Shankar is deliberately being facetious, I feel the reason is that the debate has gone to such a facetious level that perhaps this is the only level of argument that we can have now.
Padmaja, can I quote 2 or 3 lines? I never, in the same song, I never follow the right path. The path of wrong is so inviting. The world has yet to witness the full colors of me. And the Beshram, I toss modesty to the wind the instant I feel it. Nasha chada to sharifi ka utar fenka hai kind of lines. See, people have a right to criticize. Being public personalities, they should not be so touchy. So there are something that people are
have the right to criticize. You can have a conversation about it, but sir, things become very different when the Home Minister of a state steps in and says कि हम ये film नहीं चलने देंगे अगर ये हटाया नहीं गया. I am okay with you going on Twitter and saying कि मुझे पसंद नहीं आया. Someone can say, oh, this bikini looks terrible. Someone can even say the film is terrible, or someone can say the film is great. But the Home Minister Adwaita Kala, this is a whole new level.
Absolutely. I think it diminishes his office by wading into these kind of controversies over outfits in a film. He's surely the Home Minister of a state, and especially a state that's going to election next year and has a sizable youth demographic, should have more important things to be focusing on than, the latest Bollywood film and a song from that film. I mean, surely you can have an opinion on it. You may find it not quite aesthetic, but to take a screen grab of one particular scene wherein the color is saffron, but she's done multiple, outfit changes through the song, and just one outfit seems to be that color, and then to make it into some big issue, I think it trivializes Hindutva. And I say this very seriously. I don't think we need to be wading into these kind of conversations. We don't know what the film is about. We don't know what the context is. We don't know exactly, what the dialogues are going to be or the plot line is. Now, over one outfit in a 3-minute trailer, you're going to create all of this make this an issue. I think it's a disservice, and I really do think that people should refrain from this kind of commentary.
Very important point, Sriraj Nair. The very idea, when you're talking about Vishwa Hindu Parishad, you are dealing with issues of identity, of civilization, civilizational battles, and suddenly you're like, ye bikini saffron kyun hai?
See, Madam Padmaja, I said we are an organization which is in existence for like 60 years, and we were formed here in Mumbai itself, where the film industry exists. We have never ever interfered in the filmmaking or in any creative arena, and we are here, even now also we never interfere. But there are some people, there are some filmmakers who intentionally demean Hindutva and in the Hindu Dharma, and that happens with a clear intention. So we are absolutely against that only. Here you asked an opinion whether what the minister said is right or not. We stand by the minister's statement. Definitely this kind of song and the way it has been filmed,
Mr. Nair,
I don't think people can sit with the family and see the film.
Because we didn't feel a deliberate provocation. But this seems deliberate putting down, as it were.
Yeah, is it my turn to talk?
Yes, Sarah Shah Ali.
Okay, so Padmaja, the way this kind of color coding and this narrative is going, by that rate, the Hindus will stop eating spinach and Muslims will stop eating carrot. I mean, just look at the national discourse today. There is absolutely no talk of factory output, no talk of our nutritional needs, no talk of inflation, no talk of oil prices rise, no talk of public health care, the GDP, the safety, security of women. But what is the national discourse today of our MPs and LAs? This actress wore saffron and this hero wore green. I mean, it is absolutely appalling the way the national discourse is going. And here, when the very same people who are talking and morally policing women's outfits are the same people who called rapists sanskari a couple of months ago. So I think this should be very, very disturbing, and such kind of discourse should not be entertained at all, because it is very shameful that in a country where there are teeming millions who need public health care to be ramped up, who need jobs, who need employment, and here our parliamentarians and ministers are talking about colors, whether she should wear saffron or she should not wear saffron, I found the song sizzling. It's very, very eclectic. It's on my replay mode, in my car, in my house. I really liked it. And
angle of over-sexual commodification, over-sexual objectification. And, let me be very clear in pointing out that, many of the private parts of their body are beyond thing revealed to public is a criticism that many people do.
Those who are finding it objectionable
there are criticisms even from female groups.
We are liking it. We are liking it. You don't watch it. You don't watch it. We are liking it. We found it quite
Ma'am, there is a commodification, objectification, sexual commodification of women beyond a point is something that should be debated.
Who are we to judge what is being, objectification of women?
Objectification and commodification are serious debates, even in so-called advanced nations like US, where the private parts of the woman's body are displayed beyond one particular level. And even right now, many of the nations have realized that debate is there. So let us not also discount the vulgar aspect that is also debated. So there are many objections. But the larger point is, why can't celebrities
Excuse me. So are you saying that the female body is shameful and vulgar?
Kasturi Shankar.
Even Shah Rukh Khan is being objectified by that yardstick. Even she is showing the picture. So the men.
I have 3 points to say. Number one, this is not about. Can I talk?
Okay, Kasturi Shankar. Also, before Kasturi Shankar, you come in, Rahul Ishwar, with the greatest of respect, we have a censor board for that. And the censor board decides what scenes should be cut, whether they are overly vulgar or sensuous or sensual or, whatever kind of body parts are being shown. It is not for people on Twitter to decide what should be cut out and what is, provocative, etc. So now for us to sit here or for a home minister to say that this is not okay is not acceptable. It's as simple as that. Kasturi Shankar, make your point.
Yeah. Padmaja, it's not, I think, this sexuality stuff, it's really not even relevant. I think people who have opinions, about everything. What I find sexual is offensive to someone. What I find sexual is appealing to me. It's different strokes for different folks, and it's a subjective thing. So let's leave it out, because in the land of Kama Sutra and Khajuraho, to say that the female form is vulgar, I condemn that comprehensively. That said, Deepika Padukone was fully clothed. She had a ghungat, for God's sake, in Padmavat. There was no sexuality in that. People had a problem with that movie also. Precisely because it was Deepika Padukone, and she is somebody that the certain sections of our political lobby views with suspicion. So they had a problem with Padmavat. They said it was anti-Indian. They said it was anti-Hindu. Hold on. If you want to protect the dignity of the saffron color. First of all, BJP or Vishwa Hindu Parishad does not own saffron color. It is not trademarked and copyrighted to you. It belongs to, orange is a color that even Netherlands has as their uniform. So that is absurd that you are suddenly the guardians of saffron, number one. Number two, if you really want to do that, if you want to save the dignity of saffron, go catch the Nityanandas of the world. Go catch the Asaram Bapus of the world. Go catch the Shiva Sharanurus of the world who are wearing saffron and raping minors.
Sriraj Nair wants to respond.
See, what law and order has to be to do, law and order will do. But
All
that
you
does
do is
not,
target
if anybody
soft
commits
targets.
wrong, definitely they should be punished. There is law and order in this country. Let us not justify. See, here
What
a
is
film
wrong?
is being made,
What is
and
wrong about
what is
wearing
the
an
name of the
orange
film?
bikini?
Film is Pathan. And where do Pathans do? The place they come from, the women. You see the way women are dealt with. They're
We should
frank.
only keep all-
Look at Afghanistan. And the title is Pathan,
How do you
and
know?
the
What
woman
have
is
you
shown,
seen?
and
You have seen one
woman is
song.
shown in saffron attire, and that too in bikini. Absolutely not
Arre,
done.
Shah
We will
Rukh Khan
object.
ne bhi dikhaya hai
We
us
support the
song
honorable
mein.
minister. What is said in Madhya Pradesh. That's it.
Okay.
And in
Adwaita,
look at what is happening in Afghanistan, where Pathans come from.
Is this
really
the
about
fact that
the
it's
saffron
radical and absurd?
or the bikini, or this is more pent-up rage against Deepika Padukone and maybe Shah Rukh Khan
Now Shah Rukh Khan, it's Pathan.
and Pathan? Adwaita.
Yeah, it's Pathan, it's Shah Rukh Khan, this is just, it's undisguised, unveiled.
See the land of
radical
Pathans. What is
political
happening in the
and
land of
religious hate.
Pathans?
Okay,
That's
okay,
what
let
this is.
Adwaita come in,
How the
please.
women
Adwaita.
are
Okay, I don't want to get into like a personality thing. Who is this about? Who is this not about? I think a film has a certain aesthetic. You may like it, you may not like it. You may think that these songs are Beyonce, moves in this movie are like Beyonce-like, or you may think that they're vulgar. All of these conversations will take place in an open, free society. The problem is when you start having government officials step in. I think that's taking it a little too far. As long as you and I and normal people are discussing this film or this song, it's fine. But the moment the government comes in, there's a problem, because you're right, there is a censor board. Yeah. And I mean, I've worked with this film director very closely, so I know him well. He's no ideologue. He's not trying to push an ideology. He's a hardcore commercial filmmaker. In fact, when we did together, he was very intent that, the female character had just as much to do as the male character. So it's someone I worked with very closely and know on a personal level. So I know that this is not some ideology he's pushing. It's an aesthetic choice. Creative people make aesthetic choices. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't think we have to
look for an
look
agenda behind every single thing. We may reach a point where people don't take even the serious issues that you talk about seriously anymore. Think about that. Thanks very much, all ladies, Sriraj Nair and Rahul Ishwar, for joining me. Thanks for watching.